続きまして日本国国歌です。The National Anthem of Japan.
Wonderful reception, ovation, and now time for Fiji's challenge, the Thimby. The stage is set. The Pacific Nations Cup title on the line here tonight in Tokyo. And James Parsons, plenty of passion, and that challenge from the Fijians.
Certainly was enough to make the Japanese players do a little bit more extra warm-up. They know they're in for a fierce battle. You can see that breeze as well during those anthems. Flags were flying. It looks like the Japanese will have that wind behind their back in the first half. No doubt we're looking to find open pasture in the backfield.
Referee tonight from England, Matthew Carley, James Dolman and Takihito Namikawa from Japan, the assistants, and New Zealand's Brendan Pickerel is the television match official for this one. So all is in readiness. Mentioned too, a special night for a couple of players in Japan starting 15th tonight. Choni Nakumpula, so Messi Masirewa, both born in Fiji. And a very, very good crowd in too. And I think you'd have to say perfect conditions for rugby. Both like a fast brand. And sure to see plenty of action tonight.
Countdown. Still whistle, okay?
So important. Carry that momentum. World Cup rugby just a month away in France.
Time on, you're ready? Okay. Let's play.
Masirewa gets this one underway for Japan, and it's there for Fiji, just outside of their 22 with Serele Malanga. I just look to build and set up for an exit. I was trying to drive through. They look away down the blind side through Matavesi. Little volley. Has it at the base, sends up a high ball. And well done in the end. Japan, Temisi Masirewa takes it cleanly under a wee bit of pressure. Up very smartly, the defensive line of Fiji, though, and trying to blow through too. There's Temo Maianavanua. They win the early penalty. They're coming straight off. And so an opportunity for Japan to get some breathing space downfield.
Well, they'd won the collision. The Fijians had done everything right until they got desperate to get the ball. Needed to keep their feet and just keep walking over it. Would have given them rights to play it. As you hear the ref there just saying he did everything right. It was just the diving on the ball. So release some pressure for Japan. And that's a great kick. As mentioned, the wind behind them. So they'll want to make every post a winner in this first 40. They have made the least amount of attacking metres in the competition. And they need to be a little bit more dominant in their carries tonight.
Atsushi Sakate sends it in, and it has been taken by Moore, and off they go inside of the 22. We're going to get some fast ball through the captain, Hameno. Again, trying to rip the ball away there was Kamikamifa for Fiji. That's all Japan at the moment. Now they'll look away down the blind side here, trying to split them. Quick ball again for Saito. Building nicely. Trying to hold the player up there was Tuisui. Backwards the call, so Japan will set off again. Ask more questions of Fiji's defence, and Mino once more. A couple of carries in the build-up. They'll look to try and finish here. Matsushima, ball goes to deck as a big fend is put on Dylan Riley. So the early attacking opportunity for the home side comes to nothing for the moment. Botitu puts a kick down as far as Masirewa, and they tried to ragdoll him to ground there for Matsuda. So now back on the attack again, and here is Johnny Nakambola. So dangerous, but the ball is loose, turned over in the end, and now here comes the Fijians, and breaking away through that captain, Waisia Nayatalevu is going to score the opening try of the test.
Yeah, I'll sign it off, hold on.
Oh, they've left defenders in a slip train. Absolutely outstanding. That was off the back of some fantastic defence on their line. A number of double efforts from men in the low numbers. And another good set of defence, got the turnover. And then natural flair. They've been doing that from a young age, and it's all too easy. Fantastic start from Fiji, both sides of the ball.
Excellent work, the turnover. And then how about this? Meli Derena-Langi. He had his captain on his shoulder, and once he was clear, no one was stopping him. And the opening try was here, Nayatalevu. No Semi Radradra this week. And the flags are up in Tokyo. Ben Volavola, the extras, and it's the Fijians out to the early 7-0 lead.
As mentioned, I think it was fantastic, the try, but that defensive set on their line was exceptional. Players making great decisions around that breakdown, leaving men on their feet to make the physical collisions count. And they turned defense into attack. Simply magic.
Masirewa again. And the man who helped spark it. Look how physical he is too. Derena-Langi, gold medal with the Fijian Sevens team here in Tokyo a few years ago. So plenty of athleticism and excitement in this forward pack. Skuravoli and two who wasn't expecting to play much of a part for Fiji, come back from a long injury layoff. Good to see him back playing.
Thank you. Thank you, James.
As the kick in behind, inside the 22. Work to do here for Japan. And their fullback, Kotaro Matsushima, just says we'll settle things down, and it's a pretty good kick in the end too, taking play up inside Fiji's half.
Yeah, fantastic touch finder. Great option from Volavola though. Send the ball down the middle, give the chase line an opportunity. That is a nice angled kick. Fiji coming out of their own half. That it matters what style of rugby they play.
Fiji win the line-out ball. Kamikami-ta. On the 10-metre line inside their half. Might have a serious injury here. Matthew Carling taking no chances. Just see what happened.
Yeah, Matt, we're going to want to check this, please.
Yeah, collision there. Potitu and the open side flanker for Japan, Lapis Labascagné.
Yes, Matt, we'll just bring that up. We're going to be looking at a potential
So we
high
know how
tackle
serious
by Japan
Jip.
7.
They
Just
take
bear with me, we're just going to get
the
that up.
head-to-head contact these days. We'll just take a look with Brendan Pickerel.
You're absolutely right. It's head on head. Jamie Joseph mentioned pre-game. Michael Leach.
There's clear head-on-head
Last
contact
fixture.
there, Matt.
Yeah, can we see that in full speed if possible, please?
Yeah, I'll get you a full speed
We've seen
replay.
something similar here today.
So we have clear head-to-head. So we definitely have foul play. The player is definitely in fault. The only question we're looking at now is we're looking at whether there's mitigation of the Dragir force. I think the Dragir force is high. It's whether he's bent enough at the hips, at the waist, to consider that mitigation.
Well, Lapis Labascagné,
Okay, yeah.
the man who captained Japan at the 2019 World Cup to the famous win over Ireland.
So Brendan, I think the tackler is definitely upright.
Could be on his way off
so
here,
all
only
we're
returned
looking
from
at
his
is
own
whether
back
the
injury as well.
Fijian player stepping off his, stepping to the inside is enough to be considered mitigation to go down from red down to yellow.
I'll bring that up for you, Matt.
So we probably need the angle from behind.
Yeah, correct. We'll bring you up an angle from behind. I don't believe the step is enough to consider mitigation, but I'll bring that up for you.
Yeah.
I think we see so often when there's this head-on-head, it is when the defender's been slightly beaten. It may not be enough on this occasion, but a slight step in does. All his weight's going one way. And slight
So Brendan,
side
so
step.
the Fijian player is in the process of beginning to step off that foot, but the line of his body and his head doesn't change.
That's how I see it, Matt.
Okay, so we've definitely got foul play because we've got the player at fault and it's direct head-to-head contact. We've got high force and we don't see there any mitigation to bring that down from a red card.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Happy? Happy? Number 7.
Massive, massive blow for Japan. They lose their open side flanker, the talented Lapis Labascagné.
That's
Will have an early shower.
No, oh, sorry. I thought... Say that again. No, I stopped.
No mitigating factors, not enough at least, to downgrade it to a yellow. And that is his night done.
Yeah, that's fine, no problem.
So the early try conceded, and now down to 14, Jip.
Well, I mentioned, obviously, Leach got it wrong. And that's probably why they're putting him on screen. So 2 weeks in a row. This will test this Japanese side. There is a side that will stand up. The big key will be defensively. They've probably got to leave the breakdown alone. They need 14 men on their feet, so the tackler needs to make the effort to tackle and then get back in that defensive line. This means they can't slow that ball down at breakdown. We'll soon find out.
Tavesi sends it in, calls of not straight. And they will get it. So, just the break they needed after losing Lavaskakne to the bin.
Big cross breeze going down the field, so when a hooker puts a little bit of air time on any throw in these conditions, it will naturally drift away. Need to look for tight spiral options, set line outs a little bit quicker, take the space where it's available. If that's the front, that's the front.
Set it up to be successful, guys.
They're making the decision whether they throw it back in. Looks like they've done just that.
Naoto Saito. And Japan, uphill climb already inside of that 22. Look to try and create something and try and stretch Fiji's defence if they can. To ground goes Nakambulla. Moving it on again. And centre field up toward the 10. Saito has a wee look down the blind side. Players, plenty of space in behind. Nakambulla puts the kick through. It's fielded by Mangala. So really Mangala in the 15 jersey for Fiji tonight. Quickly to it, Kuravoli. Now Volavola trying to spin it across and find their own width down the left, but the ball is loose again. Offside, says Matt Carley.
Number 3, never onside.
And it's Aseli Valu who's been pinged. It's a real test of Japan's character after just 10 minutes.
Well, with that coaching staff, a few of the players out there, I think we know they've got a lot of character, but the effort of this Fijian side, both sides of the ball, is second to none at the moment, making a big statement, in my opinion. They look extremely fit, and the work off the ball is outstanding.
Japan, just hold the space, have the middle. Fiji.
Tavesi this time to the front. Kami Tha from Matavesi. So some real energy in Fiji's attack now. Looking for options.
Two. 1 out, Fiji.
And happy to be patient with the extra man. Quick throw, Japan, and it's anyone's here. Who wants it? Ball is lost forward, in fact. So they'll try and clear through Saito. Matsuda. And it's a pretty good kick in the end too. Downtown.
And a good option that. They didn't need to hang around for the scrum, obviously a man down.
Off we go again. Buller running. Wanyingolo crashes into Japan's defence. Good volley. Good service so far at halfback. Little kick coming. Good chase. Mangala has got plenty of gas. And it just beats everybody. Sireli Mangala. Another Bayon showing his sevens pace.
Absolutely loving this option taking from Fiji. Execution, they'll admit, could have been better, but the space is there. Every time they're coming out of their half, utilising the box kick when needed, but also having a lick if it's on. They are zoned in for this.
Messi Masirewa. Yeah, big kick down inside Fiji's half. The up and under, just trying to ask some questions. Ball lost forward too. The tactic has worked out, couldn't control it. Kotaro Matsushima, and out of the Suntory club. A nice kick, Ben Volavola. The other end. Happy to turn this Japan side around.
Nice and patient for the ball. Here we are. Good stability. Okay. Both sides meet in the middle. Yeah. We had enough on the last one for my standard.
Looks like a wall down like a bull up onto the blind side. Into position, make it 8v8. So often teams these days, because cards have become more common, prepare for situations like this. You have a designated player slips into such roles. Based on his position there, he looks spot on.
So, good power and Fiji scrum. They've got an advantage to work with. Kuravoli. Volavola waits. There's the kick option again. How's the bounce? It almost works out. It does brilliantly. Waniangolo taken down. They look to go again quickly. Mayana Vanua. Kuravoli again. This time just one off. Try and draw some defenders in. They roll up the sleeves. Plenty of options. Await open side here. They look to keep it tight again. Mayana Vanua. Now the pass, oh, he just couldn't quite hold on, but he was playing the advantage. None came. Matthew Carley. So we'll come back. But some real options in this Fijian attack, Jim.
Certainly is. And when you give them an opportunity to chance their arm, anything can happen. You can see it though. They've got many strings to their bow. They can go around you, put it in behind you, or they'll go straight through you. But that was a good set of defence from Japan. Fantastic work from Riley to shoot out like that. Just can't give them time and space down this end, otherwise they'll always have one man up and it'll be too easy.
Good volley, now the weight comes on. The right idea wasn't far away.
Then it came up on the mark. Scrum again.
I think that was pretty generous to Fiji there. That Japanese scrum did quite well. Like they came up first.
Both of you must stay square. Both. Okay, both of you.
Fantastic work. Blindside flank. Nakabula slid up nicely on his prop.
Here it is, Fiji looking for a second. Volavola goes in to help clean. They'll pick it up and go again, try and crash their way over. Japan's defence being asked some real questions now. Matavesi very, very close to the line. Trying to sneak their way over. Through the Rinalungi. Now the loose head's going to crash. Maui's going to score.
Well, they were resilient with the Japanese. But the Fijian Flyers said we don't need pace on this occasion. We're rolling our sleeves up and getting stuck into it. The low numbers have done the work, both ends of the field, and they deserve a 5-pointer and plenty of pats on the back. That was inevitable. And this could be a long night.
Lapis Labaskakna in the bin. And the man out of Saracens,
All clear
Ronnie
there.
Maui, scoring their second try. Volleyball converts the try, scored by his loose head, Ronnie Maui. And Fiji, a second try in command, 14 points to 0 here in Tokyo.
The Japanese just need to force an error if they can, get their hands on the ball, build some pressure through some phases down that end. They're still very much capable of scoring with 14 men.
Certainly are. Off we go again. Albert Tuisui is powerful, lock forward. Usually plays in the back row at Gloucester. Muravole again, mixing up their kicks well. He's taking that pressure off, some good option taking.
Fiji.
Fantastic discipline in their option taking. They're very clear on their tactics. Coaching staff will be very happy. Keep this up going into the World Cup. On the right side of the draw.
Nakate just managed to drag it down to Japan through James Moore. Now the ball's floated. Here's some space for Masirewa. This is what the crowd have been wanting, but that space quickly dries up on the far side of the field. As you say, though, Chip, they get a sniff, they get any sort of space, this Japan team, the way they're coached,
That's the Japanese mark. Step out,
they can certainly take full advantage.
Certainly can. I mean, they'll find space, they'll find their opportunities. But it's that desperation in defence we just saw there. It's going to be hard to break down.
Taking it. Hold it.
Bola to his educated boot again. He's just down the centre of the park, so Sirewa will return his own kick inside. Fiji's 22. And in the end, it's a net gain for the visitors.
Here the forwards saying nice kick, Ben. Ball being there, 20-minute mark. Asking for a bit of air.
And Bola back this week, was nursing his own ugly injury the past few weeks. The man out of Racing 92. And it goes. Amato Fakatava has been in very good form for Japan. Takes it at the line out. And some work to do in the air. Ramu Taumanda has done well to take that. Ravole just drops it off again, and now coming to make the tackle, Nagaki for Japan. Kick coming once more from Fiji's halfback, high and taken easily enough in the end on the 10-metre line. Picked up and carted forward, Kazuki Himeno.
Now leave it. Pulled down by a Japanese player.
Saito looks down the right, trying to split them. But in the end, it's been lost forward.
Then played on the floor. Played the first knock on.
They're trying to get their game going, down to 14.
I like the tactic. A little pick through the middle of that ruck there, sucked into a lot of Fijian defenders, which then creates that space for this lightning back three of Japan. Some good adjustment. And it certainly shows you they're not saying they're done with this fight just
Yeah,
yet.
you can bring water up. Just careful not too much weight on the line. I know you're one down, but not too much weight on the line.
They can just limit the damage for the break. Get reset with the coaches. They'll have their plan and ideas. Talk them through.
So Mato Fakatava just receiving a bit of attention. And born in Tonga, played for Timaru Boys High School. First 15, a couple of tries in this Pacific Nations Cup for him. Also some running repairs. Kitione Kamikamitha. Looks like he will come to the sideline. Just favouring the ankle there. Fakatava.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Is the next guy on? Okay.
Certainly one to watch for Japan in their World Cup squad. Just take a look here, Chip, see what happened. Too much in it, just the awkward landing.
Very awkward. Just see his knee fold in. It's never nice. So often the worst knee injuries are exactly like that. They look like nothing. It always seems to be a hell of a lot worse. So hopefully he can recover in time. France.
On comes Kachi Shimokawa out of Suntory.
Looks like it might be his ankle.
Yeah, I think he just came down on it all that weight. Hopefully not too serious.
Ankles are definitely a lot easier to return from the knees, so that's a great first up sign. This man straight into his work.
Patient, yes please.
23 gone, a couple of tries, the 14-point lead. The Fiji up to pile on some more here. Kuruvoli trying to go right through them. A good tackle in the end, the new man on the park, Shimokawa. But here they go again through the captain, Nathan Levu gets it away to his halfback, Kuruvoli. Playing off by Aravanua. Some real pace in this Japan attack now. Volleyball on the little kick through in goal. And some work to do. Forced to Muki Osada. Again asking some serious questions. He's not afraid to use the kick option. It's a wonderful interplay, Jim.
Well, John Mitchell obviously running the defence of Japan. They've done their homework. That line speed pressure has been there. We saw it against the All Blacks 15. So we've seen that space in behind. Just probably a little bit heavy at times. But pressure mounting nonetheless. Even if it doesn't come off, it still makes defenders think. So it may give them the option to run later in the piece.
Again, clearance downfield. Some good contact from Albert Tuisui.
So 27 divided
He's
by
well known for up north.
9. Route 9,
Again, searching for some runners while I'm trying to hold the player up there. Japan
3 route 3, 2 route
has
3,
been lost
1 plus 2 plus 1,
on the turf.
6. So the answer is 6.
Certainly very hot conditions, 28 degrees tonight in Tokyo. As the game wears on, those handling errors could creep in. How much both these teams love to play with the ball. You mentioned that the longer Japan can hang in, just down to 14, they'll just start to grow, the belief will grow, but you can bet that bench will be huge as we enter the back end of this first half and into the second.
It's amazing what a card does sometimes. It invigorates a side. The player goes off, the 14 get together. As you say, if you can get a couple of small wins and if they could score some points, becomes infectious, that belief. So much of this game is mental.
Ball is out. Onside stay. It's not out yet, thank you.
Saito takes it away. One off again.
Patient, thank you.
Just keen to keep their hands on the ball. This man has showed glimpses of brilliance. Kotaro Matsushima tries to break them open again. Now there's a wide ball away for Dylan Riley. He certainly knows his way to the try line. Now they're inside their own half. Again, just looking to pile on a wee bit of phase if they can. Some nice hands initially. Cornelson, but the ball has gone to ground. And also, here is the whistle of Matthew Carling. They just haven't had much of it, and you can't really blame them. But just running out of a few options there, and that's the end result, the ball going to ground.
Well, they'll be disappointed. They created that option. I think Fiji will be a little bit disappointed too. Pass between the legs to no one. Still got to remain that disciplined side that we've seen in the first 25 minutes. Have to be ruthless here. Can't give sides like this a sniff.
Marceli Valu, 24 caps out of Panasonic. You know the coaching quality in this Japan setup, but so too the likes of Daryl Gibson, Dean Jackson, Graham Hughes, and the Fiji inside of things. There's John Mitchell as well, as you mentioned, Jip. So it's not just quality on the field heading into Rugby World Cup France. They certainly have plenty of talent and experience in that direction.
The ref's being generous. Yeah, straight down.
Right. Over the mark, we've been good so far. Get your feet up.
Tighten that gap up. That's what he's trying to do.
Both.
It's definitely slowed down the conditions. You can see plenty of sweat coming off both sides. So the ball will be greasier. Helter-skelter start, but starting to pay its price now.
Simeone Kurovoli, stable enough, starts to screw around, but it is there for the half. Vola floats it away, cannon pass past his captain. Mangala drops it off. Wanyengolo. This is lovely from Fiji. Players in motion, just can't hold on, Tella. He will play on to the whistle, Kurovoli, and he knows it. An opportunity gone begging, but only just.
Oh, everyone loves a five-pointer. Starts at a young age. Crave those tries. An opportunity. So close, but yet so far. Just a little fumble there from Tella. Obviously came on for Matitu, who unfortunately that head-on-head collision with Labaskakni. Japan will be looking for a quick hook. They don't need to mess around at scrum time. Bree still behind them. Gives them an easy out. Just overextending the pressure too early. The ref's had enough. And they'll clear their line happily. To peel off a lot of metres though, because it will be Fijian ball if it goes out.
Isidua. Ian finds a safety a touch. Job Not done yet. 10 to go until the break. And it's Fiji. And 2 tries to nil lead. And flying onto it again, Albert Tuisui. Oh, just can't hold on to the pass. Ben Volavola off his half. Kuravoli. It's such a talent for Simon
Just remind me
Valui to have back.
up into the front row.
It's fantastic work from the Japanese defence. Made the tackle, they're getting to their feet,
Stay on the second row, don't
and then bringing that line speed. We know they have, putting that pressure on Volavola,
join the front row.
forcing the turnover, so they just need to take all those little wins. Check them in that mental bank.
I know we've had a lot
Keep
of
reminding themselves they're in
celebration and balance.
this game.
I'll come and have a look this side.
Scrum time, they're holding their own at least initially. Just want to get this ball in and out.
That's exactly what they do. And there it is for Osada. Can't get around a very, very good tackle. Kamikamitha. And they charge onto it again. Japan. Ball control key. Saito. They go deep again. Here it is for the fullback. Matsushima puts a kick inside Fiji's 22. And oh no! Just out of the breadbasket. Sirili Mangala. And this is the opportunity Japan have been waiting for.
Momentum was going to swing at some point. The key is taking the opportunity that presents itself. Fantastic kick. Great option, seeing that space in the backfield. The pressure of 50-22, all too much.
No tackler obstructed. If we miss something, I'm sorry, but we can't go back.
He certainly has been lively. This man, Kotaro Matsushima, such an experienced player, 49th cap tonight.
Thank you.
Sakate. They go down into the middle for more. Himeno has got it tucked under his left arm. Now there for his halfback, Saito. Up very quickly defensively, Fiji in the form of Volavola. They'll just load again through the hooker, Atsushi Sakate. Himeno thought about passing, says, you know what, I'll have a crack myself. Just off the ruck. Saito thought about going right. They go left, ball is on the ground. Here maybe is a counter-attacking opportunity for Fiji. Oh, just trying to link up with his halfback was Mayana Vanua. So it's back on the side of Japan. Saito, now can they create something? Matsuda floats it across for Masirua. Just as the crowd got to their feet, and he caught that. Short odds on him winning the race.
Tactically, I think they got it wrong. Have that line out going for a driving maul. They have lost the physical battle. Man down up front, so plenty of petrol in the tank being sucked out. They must have had a special line-out move planned during the week. Could have gone to that, just to change the picture up. A little bit too predictable, and then the slippery ball proving difficult for both sides.
If we need to stop again for this player, he'll have to come off.
Just need to keep the pressure on here. Force a mistake.
Time on. Let's go. Okay.
Certainly showing
You can come to here. Okay, stay there. Thank you.
character
Make sure
you
it's
spoke
safe.
of,
Make sure
Jeff,
it's safe, yeah?
to stay in this one. 5 or so minutes before the break. No better position for a scrum. Loose heads lick their lips this side of the field.
Can they apply some pressure? Japan. No, it's Fiji who have dominance again at set piece.
Well, I said loose heads lick their lips. Probably don't need to make it that obvious that they're going in on an angle. The ref's right there. Plenty of power coming through. As mentioned, this Fijian attack is physically dominant. And the key areas, line out, scrum, and breakdown. Japanese just need to take it away from that. And get some quick throws going, quick taps, change it up. Make the Fijian defenders think, hesitate. All you need is that slight second of hesitation in any form and take advantage of it. Anyway, Fiji back on attack.
There goes Matavesi in the tag from man who's impressed too. They're in Alangi. Albert Tuisui again on the charge. Here come Fiji again inside Japan's half. Well, they've occupied plenty of this first half. 5 remain. They're looking for more points. 3 players on Masirewa. And in the end, I think he does pretty well.
Onside, onside.
Just to keep his side of the fight here at the ruck.
Use it! No 7.
Saito looks down the left and space closes very quickly. You see a nice level in there, along with Waningolo. Tries to put the ball away. Valu, ball is loose, very dangerous near their goal line here, and he's been driven back.
There's just no need for them to play this sort of rugby out of their own half. You can see Imano, the skipper, just saying, kick it. This offload here, just take the breakdown. Just put yourself under unnecessary pressure. So, half-time not far away. I'm sure that will be the message given. How calmly. But they can be proud. Have stood up to the challenge thus far. But this is a prime opportunity for Fiji to nudge ahead and just dent that confidence, dent that belief.
No, you must stay bound to the second row, okay? It's dangerous if you go and make 4 in the front row.
They've certainly been made to work, put under all sorts of pressure.
He's at fault, but 2
Just some
rolls.
running repairs. Aseli, Valu.
This side. Okay.
Japan's tight head.
You can come here.
A try here would make it very, very difficult.
You can just hear the ref there talking to Tangi Valu. He's been sliding up. His tight head's back, creating 4 in that front row, which is illegal. So he's just getting warned. Already got that dominance, no need to over push it.
Here it is again for Fiji under the feet of their right. There it is. They're going to score again. Are they reaching? And they do. Kuravole. Long return from injury. And he scores Fiji's 3rd.
Denied earlier, not on this occasion. He wanted a 5-pointer, he's just got one. Off the back of another strong scrum. Referee creating a little bit of deception for him.
All clear, Matt.
But I think he was going over either way. He committed himself. That is a tough blow before the break.
Thank you.
And you have to think, playing
Good so much.
out of their own 22, the Japanese have paid the ultimate price.
Good strength shown too. Running into a lock forward in Kanji Shimokawa to get the finish.
Good, boys.
And looking to ice this one from a handy position. Which Ben Volleyball does. So, and now taking full advantage of the extra man. 3rd try for Fiji. They lead at 21 points to 0 in Tokyo.
Fantastic work up front. But this is good strength and power. This is no given, that try. Falling on your back like that, not easy to plant it either in these conditions. So, good a volley, well done.
Hold flat, hold.
Again, half-back will look to clear.
All out.
Yeah, wonderful comeback from injury to wear the Fiji jumper again. A shoulder injury on the Northern Tour last year. Had a longer time frame to return, but made it back in 5 months. They'll feel great. Well on track now to clinch and secure another Pacific Nations Cup title. It's Matavesi who'll play half-back. It's a real purchase out of their lock forwards in the opening half too. Huisui and Manavanua. There is the siren for half-time. And Ben Volleyball will send it into touch. A very good half for Fiji. They lead at 21 points to 0 over Japan.
How was your promotion thing?
I don't know.
10になってしまいましたけれども、選手たちのパフォーマンス、その後いかがでしたか？
Yeah, a very difficult situation we put ourselves in with the red card, and we've had to make adjustments at half time as well, just to make sure that we can all work together.
自分たちは調整して変えていかなきゃいけないところもあるので、ただしっかりとポジティブな気持ちは忘れずに、みんな一緒にプレーをしていくことが重要だというふうにも思ってます。でしっかりとアタッキングラビーを継続してやっていきたいと思ってます。
スクラムもちょっと苦しい時間が続いてますね。
Yeah, I mean Fiji scrum well. They went to that area. We're obviously got it back on the scrum. So yeah, if we continue to turn over the ball and give them scrums, that presents them a structured opportunity. So yeah, we just can't afford to do that. We're going to have to try and unstructure the game as much as we can, and live off the scraps and eventually get something to build something on the scoreboard.
そうですね。フィジーのそういう良い形で、そこのエリアのところで攻められて自分たちはしまっています。ペナルティをトライ台にしなきゃいけないんですけど、ストラクチャーから自分たちとしてはしっかりストラクチャーの状況を作ってですね、得点につなげていきたいというふうに思っています。
ありがとうございます。
Arigato.
So living off scraps, Jim, the message from John Mitchell. They can get their hands on the ball. We know they've got the talent. Find their way back into this match.
Well, I mentioned it earlier, and I agree with John Mitchell. They need to take it to the unstructure. They keep going from set piece to set piece. They will continue to get dominated. One man down or not, from the moment this game started, Fiji and Pac have certainly had the wind up their sails, so to speak, and that's shot the hore. So mentioned they may go to the bench early, and it looks like there's been a number of changes, particularly in the front row. Gu is on an 18. Miller is out there as well, and as mentioned, Hore. So they're looking for that injection, that impact. Looks like Nagare as well in jersey 21. Great tactical option in my opinion. Many petrol emptied in that first half. They're giving themselves a sniff.
Vastly experienced with Taka Nagare. 32 caps. Craig Miller, change out in the front row. The former Otago man and Highlander. So fresh legs on. Can they make an impact early in the second half? Fiji just 40 minutes away from their 6th Pacific Nations Cup title, first since 2018, but still work to do. Shotahori.
Really? Okay, we good?
And Kazuki Himeno wait. Ben Volavola gets the second 40 underway in Tokyo. And Johnny Nakambulla didn't see too much ball in the opening 40. Looked to get his hands on it a lot more here as Takanagari gets his hands on it early. Matsuda tries to create something down the short side. Door closes quickly on Matsushima. Almost an intercept, ball still controlled, and no, the whistle goes, and just as well for Japan.
Don't think they need to overplay their hand. I agree with the unstructured play, but play down this end, you are risking that actually going to hand or a knock-on, as we've previously seen. So yes, they're going into the breeze, but Fiji managed to kick extremely well in that first half, so it's clearly died down. This is the position they don't want to be in.
Let's see how these new front row forwards stack up here for Japan. Nagari fades and coming in off his wing strongly. Choni Nakambulla makes some good ground too, just outside of the 22. Maserewa, lovely footwork to get around the first defender.
For a late tackle by Fiji.
Nagari, they've got an advantage to work with here too. Call coming in from Brendan Pickerel, so they'll play on as Matsushima gets his ball away too to Shimokawa, but there was no advantage.
Yeah, about 10 minutes.
So we will come back and they will have an opportunity to advance the ball.
I think if they go to this line out, they're obviously not going to attack quick now. It's too much time's gone past. Good to see a Tony Brown special, little three-man, little four-man line out. Something just to make defenders think. If they just go through the motions, yes, they may win the line out, but they'll still be up against a fierce wall with one more defender.
It was number 8.
Number 8. Number 8.
So this is the late tackle. Oh, it's a good shot on the ribs too.
Stay up the space, thank you.
So he didn't miss.
Shotahori sends it in over the back. In fact, it is for Matsuda. That's a lovely ball away to the wing, but it's just gone forward. Referee's whistle goes.
Still be up against a fierce wall with one more defender.
It was number 8.
As he was really getting up ahead of steam.
This is the late tackle. Oh, it's a good shot on the ribs too. Perfect option. Not expecting it. Get over the gain line. Great ball out the back. Have to see this again. I did not feel like that was forward. I know it looks like it drifted forward, but to me that's back out of the hand. That's all they asked for. I think that's tough on Japan. It's just not their night at the moment.
Big control, just find your spaces.
Certainly like what I see though. Changing things up at set piece, which is great to see.
Shotahori sends it in over the back. In fact, it is. There it is. For Matsuda. Managed to dig it out. Ball almost away to Naya Thalevu. They're not through the gate, so they will have a penalty. That's a lovely ball away to the wing, but it's just gone forward. Referee's whistle goes.
Still be up against a extremely accurate, perfect option. Probably just cursed him. Not expecting it. But he is very, very consistent. See those flags still flying. Get over the gain line. Great ball out the back. Start of the game, so it suddenly died down. Have to see this again. I did not feel like that was forward. I know it looks like it drifted forward, but to me that's back out of the hand. That's all.
I hope you're enjoying this coverage wherever you're watching, particularly those in the islands. Bulavanaka to all
I
of
asked
those
for.
watching on in Fiji.
I think that's tough on Japan. It's just not their night at the moment.
Just find your spaces.
To take it out to 24
Certainly like
points.
what I see though. Certainly changing things up at set piece, which is great to see.
Can't do it. So just away.
Shotohori sends it out over the back. In fact, it is.
It's just falling.
There it is.
Strike.
For Matsuda.
Has to dig it out. Ball almost away to Naya Thalevu.
Just didn't get the contact he was after.
They're not through the gate, so they will have a penalty. That's a lovely ball away to the wing, but it's just gone forward. Referee's whistle goes.
Stevie
Taken. Another carry from Albert Tuisui. Manavanua gets his hands on it. His locking partner. Malavala quickly shifting the ball along the chain.